Evan, you said the audio is recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
You look here. Let's see. Yeah, it's recording.
Okay.
I mean, is it recording or is it just recognizing it?
Oh, it says stop recording, so it's good.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, on the clap. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! This is weird because
So weird.
it's gonna be weird to talk to you in English.
Yeah,
when
both
we're by
Brazilian,
ourselves.
both speak Portuguese, and gonna do this in English. Let's see how this goes.
Let's go. So, well, my name is Nardo. We don't have Evan today because he was just not feeling it. That's okay, and he couldn't be here. But we got Lucas. That
Took
was
over.
our first guest. And well, introduce yourself however you want.
I feel good from guest to co-host. I don't know. My name's Lucas. I played with these guys, amazing boys at BYU volleyball. I'm done playing volleyball now, and I'm just hanging out around for the summer, having a good time in Provo, Utah, and then wanted to enjoy the podcast.
True colors, baby.
True colors, baby. Let's go.
So, as we said on the previous podcast, the whole idea of this is bringing guests in and talking about whatever the guest wants to talk about. However, do you want to introduce what we're doing here?
Well, we had a concept of idea. We didn't really know what to talk about today. I hadn't thought about many things, so we thought about just searching up some ethical dilemmas, some stuff like that, going through them, putting our thoughts out, discussing, and then getting to a conclusion or not, moving on. I think it's a good idea.
Perfect. And the whole point is we have AI here with us, and we're going to ask Claude to send each dilemma one by one. It's going to be questions, I'm pretty sure. I actually don't know. We're going to be surprised by it.
Let's see.
Ready to go?
Let's see how that goes.
Send it. Here we go. First one. Read it for us, bro.
All right. Oh, everybody has seen that one before. The trolley problem. Runaway trolley is heading towards 5 people tied to the tracks. You can pull a lever to divert it to another track where only one person is tied. But the twist is the person is someone you deeply care about, someone you deeply love. Do you pull the lever?
That's the trolley problem with a twist.
What was the original? You don't know.
I guess the original is just there's one person there, one person here.
Okay.
They're randoms. But I guess now there's one person that you really love.
I think I only knew this one, but do you think you would pull the lever or no?
Here's the thing. I think a lot of the trolley problem is related to where the trolley is going at first.
So
like if you don't do anything.
This one is going to the 5 people that you don't know.
This one is going to the 5 people.
I think I'll throw it out there that I probably won't pull the lever. I feel like taking the action, it's involving yourself in something, you kind of become part of the problem and the solution. When you don't do anything, at least in this situation, since you don't know the 5 people, I probably wouldn't put the lever. And I mean, not my fault. The trolley was going there anyways, and I saved somebody that I deeply, because it says love, deeply love about, deeply care about.
True. My thought right now is, well, regardless of whether you touch it or not, the lever, if you move it, you actually have an act on it. Because you're consciously, leaving. But here's the thing now. 5 people that you don't care and that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That is around 8 billion people in the world.
There is
now.
A lot of people.
Not that I don't give a crap about people in India, right? I guess we care about it. We don't want them to simply die. or whatever country, Slovenia, Bulgaria, I don't know. But I'm definitely saving the person that I love.
And I feel like people can say, oh, but those 5 people, they have people that love them as well. They love people as well. But it's my choice. It's my situation.
Well, it's your situation, exactly.
And there's somebody that I deeply care about on the other track. And I have one decision to save that person. So I'm probably saving that person.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, it's hard because this is something that we're not at the moment. We would probably do what we're saying, but there's a lot more feelings involved when there's an actual lever in front of you.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's the first one.
That's the first one. But I guess we found a common ground here. We probably both wouldn't pull the lever.
Send the next.
You go for it.
Okay, I guess the title is You Are Not You. Scientists discovered that every cell in your body, including every neuron in your brain, is completely replaced every 7 years. Your memories, personality, and feelings all come from physical brain states, which are now entirely different matter than before. Are you the same person you were 7 years ago? Were you ever a continuous self at all?
That's the situation of the boat.
The
right?
boat, the
Yeah.
boat, the
Is
boat,
it
the
same
ship.
boat? The
Yeah,
ship is
the
it the
wooden
same
ship.
ship or not? Yeah. What do you think?
Okay, first of all, I did not know that every cell was replaced every 7 years. That's new to me.
I don't think. Is it every cell? There's some cells that are like lifelong. Pretty sure, like I guess it says neurons.
It
But
says that
I
everything
thought neurons were lifelong, but that's pretty
everything is replaced every 7 years. That's
very cool.
very
That's very
new to
crazy.
me.
That's
I
very
had
crazy.
no idea. So we
uh,
have to say that we are the same,
cool. Yeah.
but what's the essence, right? Because I guess our neurons are learning then, like the new neurons
Yeah.
are learning
Based on
our
the old ones.
memories. Because wow, this
I guess it
This is a
goes into our
complex one.
conversation that we had the other day about consciousness and being. Like, who are you? What consists? What makes you you? Is it consciousness? What is consciousness? Is it physical? Is it presence? What happens? What makes it you? What makes you you? And then in that situation, I believe that you're still the same person because your conscience is the same. You have your experiences, your history, your morals that you learned from the past, and that all that shaped who you are today stay with you. You remember them, and your cells just adapt and learn with the old ones that go away, but you still have the same being. You know what I mean? Like the same.
but think now with me though. You say, oh, every cell learn. They all learn from the previous one, and they all adapt from the
Yeah.
previous one. But that doesn't mean that we're a different being then, by concept. If our cells are learning from each other, and growing and I guess dying and being replaced every 7 years.
Well, I guess by concept we are all ever changing. We're all learning day by day. We're becoming a different person every day because we learn something new and we adapt. But are we a different person because we became different in some aspect? Like we learned something new, like some kind of moral that we discussed about, and we had some deep thought, and we decided that from now on I'm gonna do this way.
Right. So I guess, and I agree with you. It matters more, not really the physical cells, but the learnings. I guess.
Yeah.
I agree with you. So now we're going. Okay. Are you the same person that you
Yeah.
were a week ago?
Yeah.
That's the question.
That's the question.
My answer is no.
No.
My answer is no.
You would
I'm
say
not.
no.
I'm not.
Definitely not, because you've changed a lot. Like you're still, and I laugh about it because it comes in my head every time. Just a joke about like the Kobe phrase. Like, are you the same beast, the same, what is it? Are you the same beast but a different animal, or something like that? You're the same animal but a different beast. Right?
Yeah.
So like, are you the same person but a better being or something like that? You know, like that.
Right,
You're still the same
right.
person, but you're getting better. You're getting different every day. You change every day.
It's the river one. You know the river
Yeah.
one.
Which one?
Like, oh, the same man never gets in the same river as
twice, yeah.
the man is different and the river is also different.
Yeah.
The water is different.
Yeah.
So I guess no. So the answer is no. We're not the same.
Are you the same person as you were 7 years ago? Nope.
Nope. By any means,
By
not
any means,
physical
not
and
physically and not biologically and not psychologically.
nothing.
Nothing moral.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Wow,
That's crazy.
That was
That's
nice.
crazy
That
to
was
think about.
that was good complexity. That was
I
good
don't think
development.
we never talked about that.
That was
Never
good
talked about
development. That was good development. Very good by AI. Very good. Claude is cooking. Send the next. Here we go.
The Beautiful Life. Your
Lie.
best.
Lie.
Oh, The Beautiful Life. My
Lie.
fault. Your best friend has been working on their passion project for 5 years. A novel, a business, a song, whatever fits. They finally shared it with you. It's generally terrible. They have no talent for it, but it's clearly the thing that gives their life meaning and joy. Do you tell them the truth, potentially crushing that happiness, or do you let them live in a beautiful lie?
I have a take. I have an automatic take here.
Uh-huh.
As someone that doesn't care too much about happiness itself, I think I have a hot take that happiness is very overrated, right? I think meaning is way more powerful, and meaning is what gonna give you happiness, involuntary happiness. Like you're gonna feel happiness if you have meaning, right? In this question specifically, though, it's kind of common sense that what your friend is doing is terrible, but it has meaning.
It has meaning.
So you can completely go to him and say the truth. You'd be like, man, let me tell you this. I love that you're passionate about this and you found your meaning. However, I don't know if you're there yet.
Yeah.
Talent-wise, skill-wise, right? A piece of art that might be crappy. Dude, this looks terrible, but I'm so glad you found your spot, right?
I guess it goes into the fact that whenever we do something new, if he says been working for 5 years, but still, as soon as he dropped the final one, the first one, it's bad. But many people that are super famous for something they did very well, did it for the first time and it was not good. Whenever you played volleyball for the first time, it was not good. Somebody told you that it was not good. But it's still meaningful to you, still bad. Still somebody told you and you still stuck with it and got better. So I guess this here kind of puts it into a 50-50. Do you tell them or do you don't tell them? You crush them, you don't crush them. But I think there's a third option here that we're not looking at. There is telling them, but in this incentive way. Like, you can work on it.
Right.
You know?
But here's the twist, though. For us, I think it's a little bit easier to respond to this question because we put meaning above
Happiness.
whatever feeling they're feeling. So causing a little, I don't know, maybe a little frustration to our friend, it might not be what matters, and that's what the whole point is. So
Yeah.
that's a good question.
It's a good question.
A little easy, though.
I would probably tell.
I would tell.
I would probably tell.
I would tell. I'm
Even
telling.
because it can bring him more joy in the future. If they know and they can improve better, they can know
Right.
how they can improve, and then actually look and be like, damn, I made that now, and this is
True,
good now.
true.
And now I'm actually really
True.
happy about it.
True.
And it's still the same thing.
And also think about it. As a friend, you shouldn't lie to
You
your friend
shouldn't lie to
either
your
way.
friend.
Either way.
Not even just lying, just omitting, because
Right.
knowing that you can make your friend's life better in some way, even if it's by, like, that's how parenting works, right? You don't come around to just be friends with your kid because you're friends with them. You have to be somebody that would show them the truth, the hardship, the way, to shape them better. It's the Rubik's Cube. You have to so whatever you've created before, you have to the kind of like go away from it so you can actually build something better. You can actually build another face of the cube. So
Indeed.
yeah,
I like that.
I like
Very
that.
powerful. Very good. So far,
very good.
We
Great
got
idea.
we agreed.
Uh-huh.
We agreed.
Yeah.
It's nice.
No, there's no diversion so far.
Send the next. Here we go, Claude. Cooking it up. Okay, the title is The Perfect Baby. Science now allows you to genetically edit your child before birth. You can eliminate diseases, but you can also choose intelligence, appearance, personality traits, and even happiness levels. God damn. Do you do it? And if you do it partially, like only removing diseases, where exactly is the line and who decides where it
I
is?
really like this one. I've heard this one before. I think I've discussed it before. This
It's
is a very
a good. It's a
one.
very good. Yeah, I've heard of it too.
Because it goes into, like, do you do it, and then, but how, it's so deep. Like, for example, eliminating diseases. Like, it means that you're eliminating hardship in your life in a way that you don't experience being down, you don't experience being sickness, so you can't really, it's like going into, like, you can't enjoy something until you experience the lack of it, or something like that, you know, the contrast. If you don't have the contrast of being sick, can you enjoy being healthy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, do you know what a good barbecue is? You know, if you only had American barbecue, only burgers, you don't know how Brazilian barbecue is
Yeah.
until you experience picanha, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Here's what I think about this, though. I think this is at the very bottom level. It is related to religion. Here's why. Because if you are someone who does not believe in a plan, a cosmic plan, a divine plan, then you can add some things that you would say, oh, this is pretty much the universe injustice, right? We are both agnostic, right? We can say that to the camera. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're both agnostic. Therefore, we agree that there are some injustifiable injustice in the world. For example, a child dying with, I don't even know, brain cancer when they were 5 years old.
Yeah.
That's pretty... Where's the plan in that, right? That's pretty unjust. However, for us, it would be like, okay, we're going to eliminate disease, but we're going to keep the rest. So then there's the normal, the natural human development, but they're not going to die with cancer when they're 5 years old. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Understandable. Yeah, 100%. And it goes to as well, I think you can look at it, for example, you're saying about development. Whenever you come, what's the point of being here and just being perfect, just being like full athletic, full intelligent, everything maxed out. All your stats are maxed out. What are you going to do now?
Well, but then the counter argument for that would be, well, even if you have utter intelligence, utter appearance, like perfect personality traits, whatever, in perfect happiness levels, you can only experience those things on this plan by contrast.
By contrast.
So so you say, oh, perfect happiness levels. But what do you mean by that? How does that even work, right? How does that even work? Because if your kid is always happy, it's not your kid, it's a robot. It's not a human anymore.
And does it even know it's happy anymore? That's what I'm saying. Like,
exactly. How do you know you're even happy? Right? So I guess the only one I would actually add it would be very terminal diseases. Terminal diseases, I would add that. My kid is not going to have cancer. My kid is not going to have something that's going to like kill him unjustifiably.
Yeah. Without a chance of a fight, without a chance of living a little
right.
bit of a life.
Exactly. There is a bee here, and please don't sting me. Please don't sting me. Please don't sting me.
Okay, let's go. Let's get another one. So we agree that are you changing your child? Or?
I'm editing the disease part, the very hard disease part.
That's where you're drawing the line.
Yes, because everything else is teachable and everything is learned by contrast.
Exactly.
We agree on that.
Well, I agree on that one. Yeah.
Religious people would disagree with us. I
don't think I would change anything physically. I like the whole lottery on like genetics. Exactly. Like for example, like having a kid and seeing that came from my genetics, from no like editing, but straight.
Feels more like your son.
It feels like that's me. That's mine. You know.
I like that.
And development and going through hardships and going through the contrast and being able to experience all those kind of things. So I agree with that. We could even discuss more and find some reasons to not do the terminal diseases ones. But I think for now, for the whole thought we had, I think I would agree with you on that one.
Yeah. And again, it's a pretty agnostic response.
Yeah, very agnostic.
But I guess a lot of people would disagree with us. Send the next.
All right, the name is the meat paradox. You probably agree that unnecessary animal suffering is wrong. You probably also eat meat, or know people who do, when plant-based alternatives exist. If you believe cruelty is wrong but participate in a system that requires it, are you a bad person, or does intention matter more than action?
Porra, that's such a good question. That's such a good dilemma. The meat paradox. I love this one because as an agnostic, I see unnecessary non-human animal suffering very powerful and very strong to the non-existence of God.
Yeah.
And I eat meat a lot. We love meat.
We just made
we just had a Brazilian barbecue here. So I have some takes. What do you got?
Are you a bad person? No. I think it goes into attention, right? There's no... It's it's human, it's animal. Like even you're gonna say that the cheetah is a bad animal, bad being because it hunts and it eats another, it preys another animal, but you can still see, for example, your dog will still like feel when you're hurt. For example, your animal will feel it, but it still hunts, and it's just the root of being an animal, as we are, to consume others, and it's not being bad. It's just self-preservation. It's just that's what I think.
Evolution.
Evolution, yeah.
Well, because our evolution happened because our our power was to outrun animals because we sweat. Animals usually don't.
Yeah,
So we can outrun them and make them tired,
yeah,
and then we can actually kill them, and then we actually can hunt them down because we didn't, I guess, create weapons and other machines.
yeah.
Thousands of years just outrunning animals, right? And I think that's the whole point of this paradox is that we got to this point because of this unnecessary animal suffering. However, as an agnostic, again, this ties to agnosticism.
Yeah.
Unnecessary animal suffering on in a universe that is not watched by anyone
Yep.
is not only explained, but it is expected. You expect animals to absolutely kill each other, and you expect to see chaos around. Dude, you go to the Amazon jungle, it's the most chaotic
chaos.
thing ever.
And if you can look in an agnostic way. You can look at religious way, through like, so this is God's creation. God made it. This is what it is, and it is. You can't deny that it is, right?
So you should expect that craziness.
Exactly.
Right? So, yes, unnecessary animal suffering. Here it says it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong. It's just expected. It's just how it is.
I feel like we can put a line here where animal suffering caused by humans for feeding, probably not. But for example, when it's caused by human invasion, like the fishing where things fall in the ocean and it's forgotten, and then that affects the whole environment, the whole way of animals to live. But there's that hunt, for example, is that the hunting to eat, the hunting for hunting,
The hunting for fun.
for the fun of hunting. There we
That's
go.
bad.
I think we're starting to cross a line. He goes into, and it's about intention. That's what he's saying here. Are you a bad person? Does intention matter more than the action? I think intention is the right thing. Hunting for survival, for
Yep.
nourishment.
And again, unfortunately, this is tying everything to our agnostic background, but that's what it is. Unnecessary animal suffering is expected, is unfortunate, but it's the way it
Super
works.
unfortunate, but that's how life is.
Exactly.
You can look at it every way. You can look religious. You can look for atheists. Anyway, it is what it is, and it's animal
It's
kingdom.
the evidence we have.
Yep.
And that's how we got here to this point. Very good.
Very,
Very
very
best one so far.
That's one so far.
Best one so far, and we
100%.
agreed on it.
Espera pouquinho, eu vou lá só pro cachorro. Oi, finally.
Oscar's in?
Yeah. Tinha alguém lá na casa? Esteve tudo.
Here's number 6, the grandfather paradox of blame. You find out that your grandfather, a person you loved deeply, who was kind to you, who shaped who you are, committed terrible acts during a war. Things you would consider unforgivable if a stranger did them. Does knowing this change who he was to you? Does it change who you are?
So in this concept here, this grandfather was a great person to you, I guess.
Right. It was yeah. Grandfather as a
It's kind of hard to conceive. I feel like a lot of Americans probably experienced that because they are very involved in wars, and there's a lot of live people that were in World War II and Vietnam War, and they experienced it. They killed people. They did all that stuff, and where'd you go, basically? Perdi a cabeça completamente. Valeu. Valeu.
We're gonna skip this part. No worries. That's all good.
Okay, let's going back then. Rewind.
Take it.
Oh. What do you think?
Okay. Grandfather who was an absolute role model for your whole life. Now he's dead, or is he dead?
No, we just found out that he did all these things.
Oh, he's not dead. That changes things. And he did very terrible things.
Okay, so I don't think this is a very hard question because the question is shaped like this. Does knowing this changes who he was to you? Who he was to you was who he was to you.
Period.
You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true. I
He
don't
was-
think
he
it's a
was.
good question.
He was. Does it changes your point of view of him? That's a different thing. What do you think?
But that's there's a very subtle thing here that we have to also to understand. A war is the most
Vile.
it's the most insane event that a person can
Experience.
participate in experience. Because here's the thing. In a war, you're not only dealing with the experience of harming someone else that you don't know from another country that's just receiving commands and orders.
Yeah.
You are going through an experience of I can die at any point.
Survival, yeah.
I can die at any point.
You can be deleted like this.
But here's the thing. It says things you would consider unforgivable. Things that I would consider unforgivable in a war. Honestly, nothing. If I'm participating in a war and I'm just receiving commands and I'm just trying to survive.
No. I think we can look at this. For example, raiding a town, raping.
True. That's
what I
unforgivable.
mean?
That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's how it was, like, for example, back in the medieval times when
That's
they would
true.
raid a town, they would take the kids as slaves, the wives as slaves, rape the wives, probably kill the whole family as well sometimes. And it's not just following the order of taking over the town, but doing the extra that you don't have to. That was kind of intentional. It was self-induced, self-decided.
I don't have an answer.
You don't have an answer?
I don't have an answer. I think it's something that you have to experience and actually know.
It is a very big dilemma that you would go through. I feel like you could spend a whole year just matutando. You know what I mean? Matutando. Going in your head, picking your brain. But I feel like, for example, it says, does it change who he was to you? Does it change your point of view? For 22 years, I lived my life in this scenario. I lived my life knowing a caring, loving, good person. Finding out that somebody did something bad in the past, but the person in front of me is somebody that is not the same person.
It's the dilemma that we talked about before.
Is it the same person? Is it a different person?
It's a different person.
Is he still committing these acts? I think that's a different thing. Has he stopped? Does he still commits the acts, and he's just nice with me, but for the rest of the world, he's still committing those acts that he did in war.
So in the end of the day, it depends on how my grandfather's perspective on his actions.
Yes. How he did he get better?
Yep.
Did he, you know?
Hey, that was good. I didn't
Good
have an
stuff.
answer, but now I do.
Good stuff.
It depends on my grandfather's perspective,
Exactly.
for sure. If he says, "Oh no, that was just something stupid I did," wait, hold on, grandfather, no.
No.
But no, hey, I gotta really talk to you about this. Like, I don't know, raped this person. I did this, and that, but I completely changed from that experience.
I've repented. Yeah.
So from my whole life, I know this person because it's a completely different person from the past that he learned. So I guess it depends on my grandfather.
And it's kind of like playing God. Do you forgive somebody for doing, and do you allow them to go into your heaven, and your heaven of mind?
There's that. There's that too.
It's very good. I like it.
Yeah, it's good. At first, I was like, hold on, this is not good. Good job. Good
Very
job.
nice,
You
very
developed
nice.
good stuff there. Send the next there. What's that? Number 7?
Number 7, The Last Human is the name. You are the last person on Earth. No one will ever exist after you. Okay. There are no consequences, no judgment, no legacy. Does morality still exist? Do you still have obligations to animals, to the planet, to yourself? No. My straight answer, no. Morality does not exist anymore.
No, I don't
You do
know.
not have obligations to
I
nobody.
don't know. Because here's the thing. You are the very last human. And if you ponder about this, that means that other humans shaped who you are and what you're doing at the moment. So, even being the last human, you still have some type of responsibility, yes.
What responsibility?
Here's the thing. Do you do good only for the sake of good or because you feel good about it too?
It goes into morale. Morale, it's
That's what I'm saying.
doing something because you believe it's right.
Right. And here's the thing. And this is, we can agree and disagree on this, but I believe that most people do things with a primary desire of their own.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to help this person because I'm going to feel good after. Unconsciously, of course. But they think, okay, I'm going to help this guy right now because I'm going to feel better right now. You know? And this ties directly into it. Even though I'm the last human, even though there's no one watching me, I don't want to be the last human being a jackass to the environment, to animals, or to past humans that died. I want to die with a conscious positivity, I guess, of I did my part. So your responsibility is more towards your.
Is it I did my part though, or is it just an egoistic thinking of I'm not gonna be that jackass because I believe that the right thing is to do the right thing in this situation, but there is no repercussion whatever you did.
Doesn't matter though.
Exactly. So it's not really you did your part. One human being is not gonna do alone. Is not gonna do much that is gonna change to bad or to good. In a planet as big as this one.
Here's the thing though. Doesn't matter. Does your intention matter? If you're doing the good, it doesn't matter. And that's what we experience in the daily life. I'm gonna help someone. They're gonna love my help, but I'm gonna love that I helped. I'm gonna feel good about it, right? I'm gonna open the door to this person. They're gonna say thank you. I'm gonna feel good about it. But there was a mutual trade there of feelings and of okay, we can actually help each other here. So if you're the last human, it doesn't really matter your intentions. If you're just doing good for the sake of good, or if you're doing good to die, with a good consciousness. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think absolutely you have obligations.
I feel like we got it. I can separate this. I feel like I would say you do morality still exists because morality comes within you from your past experiences, and you lived in an earth where there were people because it was not stated that you were the only one throughout your whole life. Morality still stick with you from your past experiences with the people that were around you, but I feel like there's no obligations. Obligations as in like you have no obligations. You can still do it, but there's no obligation. You know what I mean?
Well, it ties to the intention. But let me put this out there. Project Hail Mary. What's the name of the guy? The protagonist there? Well, the protagonist, the main, if you watched Project Hail Mary, you know what we're talking about here. The guy lived the rest of his life in a planet that he was the only human.
Yep.
However, he felt an insane meaning and an insane obligation towards the rocks, towards the whatever species they were. Of course, right? They have a bunch. It's sci-fi because the aliens have so many human characteristics.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like communicate. They're able to communicate. They're able to share experiences.
Right.
To talk to.
Right. But just the fact that we cannot talk to animals doesn't mean that we don't have any responsibilities towards them. If you're
Is that a responsibility, or is there just you just want to do it?
doesn't matter.
That's not a responsibility. No, but it doesn't matter if, because I feel like it's just the word obligation, just the word responsibility. You know, it ties to something that you have to do even if you don't want to. You know what I mean?
Well, but a responsibility doesn't necessarily imply that you want or don't want. It's just a responsibility.
It's a responsibility. Do you have a responsibility, or do you do it because based on your intentions?
That's what I'm saying. Why it doesn't matter.
Because that's the question. That's the question right here.
You're right. You're right. You're right. It is a question. It is a good. Well, so okay. Here's the thing. The questions are: does morality still exist?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely.
Do you still have any obligations to animals, to the planet, to
No.
yourself? To animals, debatable. To the planet, debatable.
Debatable.
To yourself, absolutely
Absolutely.
yes. Absolutely yes.
You have,
If you're a sane human.
you
if
have
you're
to
a sane
survive, first of all. You have an obligation to get food and cook every day and
Right.
eat and take care of yourself. Find shelter when there's raining. You have obligation to keep yourself alive.
Dude, think about this. If you're the less human, money has no value.
No value at all.
You have to figure it out. Wow, money is also a good one. We can ask for a money one if it's the case here. Shabla, we're done.
For me, bro, I keep going if you want to. We can
This
go
is a
more.
good one. I like this
This was
one.
a good
I
one.
like this one. I like this one.
Do you want to do one or two more?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Let's go. Let's go more. Let's go more. I like it.
It's called The Funny One. You're at a funeral. The deceased was, by all accounts, a terrible person. Mean, selfish, and cruel their whole life.
The eulogy.
The eulogy, what is that? Eulogy is being given by someone who clearly didn't know them well and is saying
think it's a
beautiful,
speech.
completely fictional things about them. Do you stand and tell the truth, or is the funeral the one place where honesty has no business?
Well, first of all, why am I at that funeral? If this
I don't know if
person
I like
was-
this one. Do you want to
Yeah, I
do
don't
a
like this one.
money dilemma?
You know, let's do a money one.
Okay, here we go. All right, the money illusion. A billionaire offers you $10 million, but the catch is that everyone you know will also receive $10 million at the same time. Some people, when they hear this, feel like the offer is suddenly less attractive. Why? Nothing was taken from you. You still got $10 million.
There's no question. It's just a statement.
There's no question. There's no question.
There's no question. Do you take the 10 million? Of course. Oh no! Now me and my buddy have 10 million, and we both can travel forever.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take the 10 million
No,
because the
bro.
guy.
No,
the
because
guy got-
Evan's gonna take 10 million as well, bro.
What the hell is this?
What is this, bro?
Next.
Right. Let's
Oh,
see this
geez.
one.
Here we
The
go.
perfect simulation. Scientists announced at 100% certainty that our entire reality is a simulation run by a more advanced civilization, Matrix. Nothing about your physical world changes. The people you love are still real to you. Pain still hurts. Joy still feels good. Does anything actually change? Does it still have a meaning? Well, that's what we live right now.
That's what we live right now.
That's what we live right now.
Period. There's no debate.
There's no debate. God, it's a superior being. controls this whole thing?
Whatever God is, it could be the
It
intelligence.
could be intelligence. If religion is wrong and we live in a world where scientifically speaking, the fiction movies were right, still the same thing. Still living under a superior being. Still.
This is such an uninteresting podcast because we look at the question and we agree immediately.
Every single one.
There's no back and forth, you know, because people want to see. No, because what the fuck you're saying? You're wrong. What
You
the
see,
hell
that
you doing?
sometimes we just gotta play the devil's
We
advocate.
got
And be like, no, what do you mean,
absolutely not,
bro? I
bro.
would not take the 10 million. What are you talking about? I don't want you to have 10 million.
Well, if you're lost, I mean, we could be living in a simulation right now, and the chances are actually pretty high. It's one. The mathematically is 1 over infinite. You might think, oh, it's not a lot, but it is a lot, because in the end of the day, if we are creating AI, and we can get to a level of technology when we can create and develop some type of civilization that we can study, then that civilization, when they get to that point, they're going to create another civilization, and that's, you know what I mean? Just by evolution of technology, I guess. And so the odds are pretty damn high that we are in a simulation, relatively high. But
And you don't need to call it a simulation, but just a controlled environment,
right.
By some other superior being.
By design.
By design.
Yeah.
Because this is literally what it is in the Bible, for example. By design, 7 days it took to create this design. 7 days it took to create this whole simulation as we are.
Why couldn't it come from a computer?
Why couldn't it?
We have no idea.
No, there's no proof.
There's no that we have no idea exactly. But that's the point. We still feel pain, and we still. So
we
it
gotta
really,
come one day here with
Exactly.
divergent ideas, Nardinho.
Next.
All right. Or no.
All right. The pizza betrayal. You and your friends are ordering pizza. You all agree on one pizza, but secretly you hate the topping they chose. You've been pretending to like it for years. Do you finally say something, or do you take this to the grave to preserve the group's harmony? Phenomenal question.
No. I disagree. It's a terrible question.
No, well, here, okay. Let me expand it for the limited mind here. The pizza is just a
Metaphor.
It can be anything. It can be a way of someone being, someone acting.
Like a choice to go out every weekend. You decide to go with them even though you don't want it.
Or it can be even more simple than that. It could be the way someone acts in certain types of situations. Like, let's say, Evan, you're listening to this, so we can say it openly. Dude, I hate the way Evan, like, I don't know, celebrate points in volleyball. Am I going to say that? Probably not. So I'm going to just die in my grave.
Shaping your acts by social pressure.
The point is, why eating not very good pizza, having experiences with other people that are not very pleasant, doesn't mean that you have to say something. You can't demand from the world an idealistic and utopian version of your fantasy, the way you want to
Do
have.
you stay silent though? Do you shut yourself? Do you shut your being just to be with these people that do not share the same, or do not make you even be able to be yourself among them? For example, me and you have different things. We like different things. We do stuff different ways. And I have my way. And if we diverge, we'll say it, and we'll understand it, shape it so that it fits both to an extent. And then if it doesn't, we go each way. We do our stuff.
Here's the thing, though. You're talking about kind of grander things. This is talking about pizza. This is talking about something that is pretty trivial. So, do you really want to demand idealism from a pizza topping? Do you really want to demand idealism from a way someone celebrates a point in volleyball? That's kind of trivial. You don't have to demand your way all the time for a
this is
pizza.
demanding though. We're going into
Because you want to preserve the group's harmony. You want to be there with them. You want to enjoy the time with the pizza. Matters the least. The group matters the most.
it matters the most. But you've been doing that for years. There's not one time that you can get the one you want.
So what does that mean? That means you already accepted it, and there's no problem with that. You can eat bad pizza once in a while. That's my take. I say you don't say anything because it's so trivial. If it's something bigger, grander, then you set boundaries. But if it's a pizza, if it's something very trivial, someone says something in certain situations, let it go.
You think
swallow it.
people are able to position themselves when it becomes something grander if they don't do it in something trivial?
It's getting harder. Kids in our generation specifically, we are not used to that. We're people pleasers, and that's terrible. We have to set boundaries. So yes, I say we have to set boundaries. We got to learn how to do that.
I'm a fan personally. I'm a fan of saying it. I'll eat the pizza, but I'll say it.
This is terrible.
No, not this is terrible. But guys, we've been getting this. Want to try something else?
I like
that. The same flavor.
Be a little more subtle. Okay.
We got the same flavor for years.
Could be.
Maybe change it up a little bit. Let's try to something else. Chef, what's good in the house?
It's true. I like that. I like that too. But you see, people are different. Keep the harmony of the group might be keeping this behavioral distance. You act that way, I act my way. Shaboom. Brother!
Nardinha já.
Very good job.
First
Very
time,
good
bro.
podcast.
It was actually good.
Very good podcast.
Muito mais.
Yeah, shout out to Entropic for Claude for cooking the content for us here. We're just the secondary piece of the podcast today.
Yeah.
But
it was very easy going. Not a lot of heated arguments, not a lot of discussion, not a lot of divergence, but
it happens.
Still pretty good. It happens.
It happens when you put two agnostics together. So yes, religious background diverge people's thinking.
It definitely does.
Deeply.
It definitely does.
So that's what we learned today. Thank you for joining us for the podcast, and ciao.
Ó, feio.